something wrong with them. Absolutely, sure.
You don't think
You have a problem with it?
Coming up, man. Coming up. We talking about the fall of Minneapolis and Tim Walz. What up, y'all? We back with another reaction, man. So, you know, we go all around the world with the world news. So today we tapping in with Minnesota, man. There's been a lot of stuff going on in Minneapolis. They've been overcrowded with Somali migrants, you know what I'm saying? Changing the whole culture in Minnesota to their culture. Also with the $1 billion scheme that's going on right now, how all the people with all the Somalians were stealing from the taxpayers over $1 billion. Being governed by Tim Walz. You remember Tim Walz, the vice president that y'all was trying to hook with Kamala or whatever? Well, now he's in hot water. So not only do we got this going on in Minnesota, we got ICE just touched down in Minnesota. You feel me? We're going to get to all of that. You feel me? So right now, without further ado, y'all see the title. We going to jump right into it, man, and see how Tim Walz in hot water. But also, I want to give a shout out to the content creator Hannibal is Hungry, because I took this clip from him, this beginning clip, just to give y'all a rundown. If y'all new, it's gonna give y'all the rundown of Tim Walz and the trouble that he's in right now, how we got to this point today. So just tune in, pay attention.
This is not incompetence. You don't let $1 billion plus go through the state government that you're in charge of, get dispersed out to criminals and shipped back to terrorists overseas without having somebody being complicit in this act.
A scandal of alleged widespread fraud throughout the state of Minnesota has politicians and residents of the state on edge. This comes after prosecutors have charged dozens of people with stealing hundreds of millions of dollars from state-run programs.
The fraud is so bad that the U.S. Attorney's Office has come out and indicated that they believe their entire government programs, where the fraudulent claims outstrip the legitimate ones.
A big reversal in a $7.2 million fraud case in Hennepin County.
Yusuf and his wife, Lowell Ahmed, were charged with stealing $7.2 million of taxpayer money through Medicaid. The couple allegedly spent tens of thousands of the fraud money on luxury items for themselves. Despite the jury swiftly convicting Yusuf, Judge Sarah West last week decided they got it wrong.
Hundreds of social service workers publicly are blaming him for a massive fraud scandal that's been rocking the welfare system in the state. Staff at Minnesota Human Services Department say widespread false billing allegedly funneled more than $1 billion in taxpayer funds to nonprofits that are tied to the Somali community. Now, they claim Walz ignored their warnings, even punished whistleblowers.
His being the governor of Minnesota is the ultimate crime. This guy is a fraud from the word go. He lied about his military career. He got caught on national TV, David, lying about when he was at Tiananmen Square.
Yeah, so that's giving y'all an update of where we at right now. And like they say, in Minnesota, they got, so what is it right here? So this is a multi-million-dollar fraud scheme, including a prominent Feeding Our Future scandal, which involved over 250 million. Federal prosecutors report more than 55 convictions to the date across all various fraud cases, with total stolen funds estimated over $1 billion across different programs. Feeding Our Future is a child nutrition program for autism and let me see, for kids with autism with special needs. This the largest scheme, over 250 million of federal funds. Let me see what else they got here. This is crazy. Housing Stabilization Service Program fraud. September 2025, federal prosecutors announced the first wave of charges against 8 defendants for allegedly defrauding this program, was designed to help individuals find stable homes. The amount stolen in the specific scheme totals millions, with one defendant accusing of funneling over 1.2 million for personal use. Other schemes, investigators also targeted fraud, another in the autism therapy services and other state administered programs, bringing a total of people charged across all related schemes to over 85. And they still doing more investigations. And so Fox News just came out with a clip called Squad Members, Allies Tied to This $1 billion scheme. So let's dive over here and see who the allies is, or did they find allies that's a part of this scheme, this $1 billion scheme? Because we know everybody getting their pockets fat off this. That's a lot of money, you know.
The House Oversight Committee demanding Minnesota Governor Tim Walz hand over documents as we learn new details about the investigation into the $1 billion welfare fraud scandal. And new reports claiming Democratic Congresswoman Ilhan Omar has deep ties to people who personally profited from the alleged fraud. That list includes one of her former campaign officials and a co-owner of the restaurant where Omar held her 2018 congressional victory party. It is important to note the Congresswoman has not been directly linked to the fraud herself. Joining us now is the Speaker of the Minnesota House of Representatives, Lisa DeMuth, who joins me now. And Lisa, thank you so much for doing just that. $1 billion in taxpayer dollars essentially lit on fire. What is your reaction to this staggering fraud scandal that has rocked your state?
For the last 7 years, we have looked at fraud that has exploded under Governor Tim Walz in autism services. Feeding Our Future, the food scandal during the COVID time, is the largest COVID food scandal, taxpayer money waste in the nation. And we've been sounding the alarm over the years. We're finally getting that national attention that we need so much here in our state to have full investigations. But you're right. It's over $1 billion in taxpayer dollars that have gone out to fraud instead of going to the people that needed those services the most.
Tim Walz is up for re-election. What are people, what are residents in Minnesota saying about this?
Tim Walz is up for his third election here in the state of Minnesota. People were surprised when he was reelected for a second time. But when he was on the national stage just a year ago, it really let the nation know truly who Tim Walz is. Definitely let Minnesotans know his favorability is underwater right now. It's less than 50%. And it's mostly because he has not handled fraud. And he's...
Won't this dude just go sit down somewhere, man? Go be a granddaddy or something, bro. Like, go sit down somewhere. You lied when you was running with Kamala. They found you in lies. You became the governor of Minneapolis. They catching you in how $1 billion go past you, bro, and you act like you don't know nothing. They stole from all your taxpayers in your city, and then they shipped the money back home. Then they took $1 billion. It's ridiculous. Just like the other lady that just got arrested in Florida, the Democrat lady. We didn't just start dealing with politicians in these local states and investigate all of them all over the United States, and we're gonna find a lot of money that's been getting stolen. Like, these are $1 billion we talking. This is the reason why our taxes is going up, and we got to pay more as taxpayers. It's ridiculous.
Increased our taxes and fees and spent through a record surplus.
You say that $1 billion could just be the tip of the iceberg. That's a pretty big iceberg.
Tip of the iceberg.
What do you mean by that?
Yes, and that is what we've heard from the acting U.S. attorney in the case, specifically looking at some of these things. That was said by acting attorney, U.S. Attorney Joe Thompson. He said this could be just the tip of the iceberg. It could push north almost to $2 billion. Again, these are taxpayer dollars that have been stolen by fraudsters here in the state of...
When they say taxpayer, that's you. That's your money. Our money.
Minnesota.
Well, in 2020, according to the New York Times, the Minnesota Department of Education actually questioned Feeding Our Future, which is one of these fraudulent organizations, about all the requests that they were making. And the organization actually threatened the state agency and said that if you don't give us what we want, we're going to sue you, accuse you of racism. And I don't think we really want that kind of negative press. And the state agency caved. That's just one example of the brazen nature of all of this that took place over the course of 5 years. Why do you think this took so long to uncover?
I think there's been a lack of accountability at the very top of our state. You know, if threats were made such as those, you still push through, investigate the fraud, and stop the fraudulent payments that were going out. That is not what we've experienced here in the state. That is the change that we need from the very top. We're grateful that we've got federal partners that are coming in to truly investigate a number of these cases and look into the records. But accountability starts at the top. So that's with the governor and with his commissioners. That's not what we've experienced here in Minnesota.
Well, speaking of the top, of course, Governor Walz has been questioned about this now that it's been uncovered. And here he is talking about why he believes this took place in Minnesota. Watch this.
Do you take responsibility for failing to stop this fraud in your state?
Well, certainly I take responsibility for putting people in jail. Governors don't get to just talk theoretically. We have to solve problems. And I will note, it's not just Somalis. Minnesota is a generous state. Minnesota is a prosperous state, a well-run state. We're AAA bond rated, but that attracts criminals. Those people are going to jail. We're doing everything we can. But to demonize an entire community on the actions of a few, it's lazy.
So he says that this took place in Minnesota because he's doing too good of a job. What do you think about that?
AAA bond rating is not what criminals look at if they're going to come and do criminal behavior here in the state. What I would say is a well-run state, a generous state, and a prosperous state. But a well-run state does not attract criminal behavior. It means that the dollars that are collected from taxpayers go to the people that need it the most, not to fraudsters.
Yeah, and these people stole $1 billion for themselves while claiming it was going to autistic and hungry children. So let's hope that the punishment here truly meets the crime. Lisa DeMuth, Speaker of the Minnesota.
That's what I'm saying, dog. We got to understand, bro. Like, these are programs, and I'm mad about it because rest in peace to my son, DJ. You know, he battled with autism. And we really do need some of these resources out here, man. And then you got people that come here from a whole nother country, bro, stealing money from our kids' mouths to polish their lifestyle and send back home to their families and all that, bro. That's not right, man. That's not right at all. That's not right at all. That's crazy. So other news we got going on in Minnesota, we got ICE. ICE touched down and they getting busy already, and it's already starting an uproar in Minnesota. So I'm gonna take you on. About to check out, see what's going on right now. So on top of this that's going on, you got these people out here trying to stop ICE and kick them out the neighborhoods now. Crazy. They following them in the car, in the street. We definitely gonna stay on top of this because you could tell it's finna start unfolding.
I live 2 blocks from here in South Minneapolis. I'm from South Minneapolis. And when I heard that President Trump was sending his ICE goons,
they got him patrolling the streets. Look at who they got patrolling the streets for ICE.
into my community, I decided to come out here.
Definitely a liberal.
This morning around 8:30 or so, I saw an attempted abduction of a Hispanic man just down the block right here. 3 ICE cars came around and they stopped this man on the bridge just down there, and then they started accosting him, attempting to put him in their car. I went down there, started recording with my phone and blowing my whistle here to disrupt them, to let people in the area know what was happening.
So they got whistles. That's him blowing a whistle. What that's gonna do? That's not gonna make them stop for doing their job. This dude trying to blow the whistle at the ICE agent. What's going on, man?
I don't know like dozens and dozens of people in the Hispanic or Somali communities, but I know they're my neighbors. I live next to them.
Well,
they
go
contribute
there.
To the richness of this
Go there.
community. I grew up here, grew up around a ton of Hispanic and Somali people. They're normal, no different than anyone else. So it's very natural if you live in a community and your neighbors are being targeted, you just go out there.
This is insane, bro. Like, it ain't it ain't that people saying they can't be here, bro. But we letting illegals in the country and we don't know anything about them. All we saying is coming here the right way. Coming here the right way. That's
Operation targeting the Somali community continues getting criticism.
And this morning, we are learning more about the people ICE has arrested and hearing from immigrant advocates. Our Hannah Flood joins us now from the Live Center, tracking all of the developments for us this morning. Hannah, good morning.
Hey, good morning. We are digging into this list that Homeland Security officials sent over of the people they've arrested in what they're calling Operation Metro Surge. So among the 12 mugshots, the 12 people arrested that they shared is this man. His name is Abdul Qadir Sharif Abdi. Feds say he's here illegally and has past convictions for fraud and vehicle theft. There's also Samal Osman Shide.
Dog. And they just got involved in $1 billion scheme fraud. And this the dude that ICE just got done arresting. He one of the people that they just arrested. And that's what I'm saying to the liberals, to all the liberals who watch this video. This is what we talking about. They illegally over here, not supposed to be over here, and we don't know nothing about these people. And then when you open up their book and tell their life story, we see stuff like this. Multiple probation violations, receiving stolen properties, fraud, vehicles and stuff. Like, we don't want, why do we want them here?
Who the government says is also undocumented from Somalia and has a record that includes a conviction for criminal sexual conduct with a minor. Now, of the dozen mugshots that were sent over to us, 5 people arrested were from Somalia, 6 from Mexico, and 1 person from El Salvador.
Look at this. What? Tell me something, liberal. The liberals that's trying to protect the migrants. Why is this okay to have him over here? Why are y'all in the streets protesting, stopping ICE and blowing whistles to protect people like him? Why do we want him over here? Please tell me in the comments. Anybody in the comments, why do we want him here? Why? Why are we fighting ICE agents to protect people like him? Why? I don't understand.
The president has the right to speak his own mind and certainly has colored the debate. But I'll just say that the president has been talking about the challenges with fraud in immigration and the issues and challenges that we have faced from the illegal activity of Somalians in Minnesota.
Republican lawmakers now responding to the ongoing operation and the president's comments about Minnesota's Somali community. At a news conference yesterday, Minnesota GOP leaders refused to denounce some of the president's remarks.
What we are witnessing today as a Somali American echoes the painful experiences that many communities face in the past. Irish community, African American, Italian, Jewish, and other who were unfairly targeted, yet preserved and become pillars of American society. Today, the Somali American community, together with all Minnesotans, stands united with resilience, dignity, and unwavering commitment to our shared values.
Nominating the Somali community and local leaders speaking out against comments like the president's. Also, a large majority of Somali people living here in Minnesota are U.S. citizens. To combat some of this speech, Somali leaders are asking for an establishment of a National Somali Heritage Month in June. They'll serve.
Dog, don't be scared, Somalians. Look at I am president. What? Dog, do y'all see this? This is insane to me, bro. This is crazy to me, bro. And then on top of all this that's going on in Minnesota, the takeover, they bringing the Islam, the belief system, bro. The whole belief system. They bringing it here. Christians, we about to be. You better lace up your boots, cause we got to fight. We're gonna have to fight, even if it's killers. We're gonna have to fight. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, because it's a takeover going on right now. All this chaos is going on. If you look at all my videos, chaos in New York right now, Portland, North Carolina. I say every video. Now things ramping up in Minnesota. On top of this $1 billion thing, it's. So I'm gonna scratch Minnesota off the list. I'll never have to go there again. I'm straight on Minnesota. Let me see if another video I want to show y'all before we get up out of here. I thought I had another one. Let me see. Ice Spark Chaos. Yeah, that's it on Minnesota, man. I'm gonna keep y'all in the loop. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna stay on top of what's going on in Minnesota and all these other states. So stay tuned with me, man. We're gonna learn together. We're gonna learn together. I'm learning some of this stuff after I explain it to y'all. So if I'm wrong about something, or if you know more than me, leave in the comments. Let me know. Let's school each other. Let's grow together. Let's build together. You feel me? That's how it's supposed to be in the perfect world. So like the channel so I can stay in the algorithm, baby. I'm almost monetized, baby. So if you ain't subscribed, please subscribe and help me out. Help a brother out. You feel me? And subscribe to my channel. And like I said, I got more videos coming, man. We covering everything all over the world. Funny videos, all that stuff. You feel me? So just stay tapped in. I'm out.